Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just so you're out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. All right, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come out. And I know y'all, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. You had a golden ticket opportunity to get this series over with all the other series being absolute dogfights, and you 86-85, basically a tie game going into the fourth quarter, and you absolutely blow it. I have confidence in this game 6 for some reason. Last couple of years, the Celtics have been a much better road playoff team than home, when it used to be the other way around. But yeah, so we're gonna go through the fourth quarter. We're gonna go through the offense in the fourth quarter. There's inevitably going to be something that I see on the defensive side, so if that's true, then I'll talk about it. But even when people were talking about the drop coverage in game 2, right, and I acknowledge that yes, it could have been better. The on-ball defense, the off-ball defense, that stuff could have been better. Something that Joe Mazzulla said, I think this was our first time in the regular season where we played Golden State. They almost came back and beat us when we had like a 20-point lead, right? And he said that sometimes offense is your best defense. The term complementary is usually used in the NFL, right? It's like the best teams play complementary football. Their offense and their defense are married, right? The Celtics offense in the 2 games that they've lost this series has forsaken them. In the first game, right, you shoot 27% on 60 jump shots, and you score 7 points. Your offense forsakes you. In this game, it's 86-85 going into the fourth quarter. It's basically a tie game. The 76ers scored 28 points in this quarter. There, you can definitely play better defense than that. They shot hold on, let me see. They shot 9 for 17 from the field, which is a great percentage. They shot 3 for 10 from 3. You shot 5 more shots than they did. But your offense, you scored 11 points in the fourth quarter. You had more rebounds than points in the fourth quarter. The team shot 3 for 22, 3 for 7 from the free throw line, 2 for 8 from 3, and 1 for 12. 1 for 12 from 2-point range. Hey, yeah, actually we shot 1 for 14 from 2 in the fourth quarter. So, yeah. To just compare that, in the first quarter, they shot 10 for 15 from 2-point range. In the second quarter, they shot 8 for 10 from 2-point range. In the third quarter, they shot 6 for 11 from 2-point range. Again, in the fourth quarter, you shot 1 for 14. There is no way, unless you can play very, very good defense, right? But in this game, the 76ers lowest quarter was the first quarter, where they scored 21 points. You would have still lost. You can't score 11 points and win. So we're gonna go through the offense in this quarter and try to see. Okay, Jalen got chicken wrapped here by Paul George here, and Paul George just walks into a 3. This is a good start for the quarter for him. But wait, why is Joe mad? Wait, what? So Paul George, nice move on. Oh, he's upset. Kate, is he telling Kate to get up? Yeah. Okay, so Paul George, of course, makes this nice move, and Kata's supposed to be at the level of the screen or switching, because he's below Embiid, and that gives, because Shalen goes under, and that gives the space for PG. But as you can see, Joe is upset, and I guess he wanted Kata to be up, is what it looks like. So the first offensive possession of the fourth quarter is zoom action. Zoom did not work this entire game. Like, I don't think zoom worked one time. I think zoom got us some good action once, but we definitely did not score off it. But zoom action is an off-ball screen for somebody to go get a dribble handoff. So Shyman's going to set this off-ball screen for Jaylen Brown to come get this handoff. And again, I do want to shout out the 76ers, because their off-ball and on-ball defense, everybody had a man. They were hugging, and that's playoff basketball, right? So you see Shyman right here. And the theme on these first couple of plays, I will say, is that I didn't think the screening was great from anybody, right? Sometimes that was on the handler, and sometimes it was on the screener, like not hitting anybody. And this first one was an offensive foul, but you can see just how there's no space on this action. VJ's pushing Baylor out more, and Paul George has a hand on Jaylen Brown. We can't even get the handoff to Jaylen Brown, and then he pushes off, right? So that's an offensive foul in the first one. So we go down. I don't think they scored on this possession, right? They don't score on this possession, right? So we come back down. We're gonna have high PNR between Peyton Pritchard and Namias Cater, right? He sets a screen. That was I guess an okay screen right there, but again, he's just able to chase right there. No real separation there. But then we rescreen. That's where we get the separation. Now, I thought in this quarter that there were some times where Kata got behind Joel Embiid and that he could have gotten lobs. Peyton Pritchard, I don't know why he only played 10 minutes in the second half. He ends up Nash dribbling right here, and Baylor drives right there. I think this pass has to go to Kata. We saw Kata hit this floater a couple times in this game, but he's open. The pass has to go here because then that draws an Embiid, and that could do some other stuff. But then we turn the ball over there. So not horrible action on that, but I think Baylor missed Cade on that. We get our own offensive foul right there. Blah blah blah. Next play, I believe we tried to go to Spain, and again, you're gonna see the screening. Like Cade doesn't get like that. We have to screen better than that. I'm not sure like what's happening there, but we got to screen better. And then of course Spain does a pick and roll where there's a back screen on the on-ball screener's man. They concede the 2-on-1 at the top of the key, which is usually a death sentence against us because this handler, like our screens are usually really good, so we get that space right there, and this handler can just pull up and take this three, but the screen isn't as good. And then we got Tyrese Maxey hugging Derek White again. This is playoff basketball, I guess, and he will be able to set this back screen on Embiid when Kata ends up rolling, but there's just no space given on the screen. Grimes is able to stay attached even though he's behind him, but Tyrese Maxey being right here and Derek White not being able to set an effective back screen means that Cade is not getting open, and now White is just sitting here while Peyton Pritchard is driving. So now that means that they can just switch this action right there and get off, and then this results in JB just having to have a tough ISO and a tough miss. All right, so they get a defense rebound. We go down. Well, they go down, and that's just Joel Embiid being Joel Embiid. The game really shifted when he decided, yeah, I'm not taking any more threes. And that's when, like, they basically just... the post-ups that he had against Nikola Vucevic were, like, basically 2 points. The shit with Embiid on defense, like, he literally just put him under the basket every single time he was there. All right, so this was one of the few times where I thought this was on the handler and not Kata. Because as you see, Kata's creeping up to him, but I thought Jalen went too early. So as Kata's trying to set this screen, before he gets to Paul George, Jalen goes, right? And he's not able to get a full, like, wide base on that screen. Peyton Pritchard, a little shallow cut right there, and JB just I don't think there's any reason to shoot this shot right here. But yeah, then they get the ball, they go back up. VJ misses, and then Joe calls timeout. All right, so coming out of the timeout, the Celtics go to pop zoom. It's basically the zoom action again, but this time we just have Kata setting the screen. He's gonna pop to the top of the key. Then we're gonna run a zoom action again. Zoom action, of course, off ball screen with somebody to go get a dribble handoff. And I talked about the screening. Obviously, I think the screening could be better here, but Jalen does. You see how Quinn Grimes is attached to Derek White here. Jaylen Brown does get a piece of Quinn Grimes, which gets him detached from Derek White, right? And that causes Embiid to hedge right here. So Embiid's gonna hedge. Kata, okay, fuck the playoff basketball shit. That has to be a foul. That has to be a foul. Kata does the right thing. He sees that Quinn Grimes is behind Derek White, so he knows that there's no reason for him to sit here and screen, especially with Embiid hedging. So he slips, and Embiid deadass just holds him, and that's not good. That has to be called, right? But my conclusion on this play, for something that we can't control, is this has to be Tatum. This has to be Tatum. Derek White, even though he's been shooting bad all year, I thought this was one of the very, very rare games where I didn't think he was impactful. Of course, like, even with him not hitting shots, there are games where his impact just shines through. I didn't think this was one of those games. Now, these are tough reads, but we've seen Tatum make extraordinary passes, and I think his passing has somehow taken another leap as he's come back. But we've seen Tatum make these passes where there's a guy rolling and the tag man comes off of his man on the wing, and Tatum's able to just fire the pass over there. But this isn't even the read I'm talking about, right? I think on this read screen right here, where so they get into the on-ball screen here, right? And Kata sets a solid screen right there, right? It forces Grimes to go over, and the Embiid was in that drop, and he comes up a little bit, right? But this is what I think. This is where I think the play kind of breaks down here, right? I think that Joel Embiid has not jumped in this series. I don't think he's jumped on defense. I don't think he's made a real, like, elevation to jump up and contest something, or jump up and contest a pass this whole series. This is a lob to me. There's no way Embiid's getting back to this. And if he does, it's a foul. He should have been called for a foul already, but I think Kata has this if Derek White passes this. Instead, that's the shot that we're getting, right? So they should have called a foul on Joel Embiid for holding Kata, but I thought Kata could have got that lob with the quickness that he showed on that play, and I thought he could have got behind Joel Embiid. Did they score on this play? No. Okay, so the next play I have Pops. No. I have JB fast drive off miss. Okay, yeah. So he tried. Okay, good job. So I said this is what I talk about: your offense and your defense being married. You get a stop right here, right? And Jaylen Brown just flies up the court, right? Look how many people are attracted to this drive right here. And Sam Hauser was the only player in the fourth quarter that made multiple shots. He had 2 threes that basically bailed us out. right there. Good three by Sam Hauser. Good job by Jaylen Brown, forcing the issue right there a little bit. But in early offense, right, they're not set. They're backpedaling, all that. So what happens here? Hey, bro, that fucking hezzy into the shot that Joel be doing, that's crazy. All right, so next we have JT high PNR with Kata. JB contested corner 3 minutes. Okay, let's see what happens here. So Kata sets the screen. Is he actually gonna set the screen? Okay, so again, I don't think Tatum actually stopped to let him screen. Well, he does stop right there, but just again, no separation on the screen. Tatum gets the ball to Hauser, get it back, rescreen. Again, just nothing. Like Tatum could have probably stopped for Kata to actually like set the screen harder, but again, there's just nothing there. And JB looks Paul George in his eye. We've seen him hit that shot, but that's just no. Go down the court. What happens here? Tyrese Maxey blows right past. Oh, okay. Was that a good screen or was that illegal? What the? I guess, bro. But Tyrese Maxey scores right there, right? So now we're down. What's that? 5. We go down. I have JB ISO doesn't work. Kata flare for Sam for 3. Okay. So JB tries to fly up the court after made basket. Good defense by the rookie VJ Edgecombe. Somebody has to come to the ball. Like, what are we doing? So we have a flare right there. They get the ball to JB in the pinch post. Good job. This is what we needed to be doing. Off-ball screening. Kata setting off-ball screen for people because look how much space Joel Embiid is giving him off the ball. That means we have an advantage. A 2-on-1 right here if Kata sets a good screen for somebody off the ball. We set the flare right there. Good pass by Jaylen Brown. Sam Hauser knocks his second 3 down. All right, so we go down. Oh, Sam can't do that. Yeah, Sam can't do that. He fouled a 3-point shooter after hitting 2 threes. He was doing so well, but yeah, couldn't grab him to shoot that. Let's go. We don't need this. Don't need that. All right, so I have high PNR, JT plus Kata. No contact on screen. Tip pass out. Okay, so we have him setting this screen, and then we have high PNR again. No screen. Why set the Kata? Okay, this is solely on Kata right here, I think. Set the screen, brother. Where are you going? Don't move with them. Set the screen. Because if he sets this screen right here, that's either a pull-up jumper for Tatum, or that's that hezzy, the in and out, and he going right past his ass, bro. But he got to set the screen. Again, VJ's right on Tatum's hip. I'm also not a huge fan of Hauser jetting to the corner on this because this was empty corner. And then that brings Tyrese Maxey over there, and Tatum now has to avoid that help, and that's what makes this tip pass. But also, one of the rare times you're going to see this, Tatum has his head down, and Jaylen Brown's wide open on the wing. And tip pass right there goes out of bounds, like I said. Okay. Next thing I have is slob, stagger, JB lob to Kata, and 1. Okay, so we got a lob to Kata, right? And they killed our first play. They killed the first one. But now this time, good shit, JB. Good shit, JB. We got the stagger screens right here again. Stagger screens are named after 2 of the same off-ball screens with just a little bit of space in between them. The first time JB went over, but then the refs killed the play because they didn't give us the ball. But then we do it again, and this time JB goes under both of the screens, right, to get the ball. Then he just penetrates right past Paul George, and again Joel Embiid steps up, throw the ball up to Kata. We get an and 1. Good offense right there, but by the Celtics and Jaylen Brown. So go. Oh, offensive rebound. Okay, hold on. Offensive rebound. Wait, I have Kata miss free throw, Sam 3 miss, offensive rebound, D White open 3. Oh shit. Okay. Sam was hot, 2 for 2, so I guess not a great shot, but I guess. But we get another offensive rebound right there. Jason Tatum gets the ball. Great pass. No look to the corners. Derek White just had to hit that. Like there's nothing else I can say about that. He has to hit that shot. Go down. Great job by Kata. Got hit with that hezzy turnover. Okay. Offense. We got to do something. I have wide action between Tatum and Kata. 2-man, JT missed open 3. Okay, so we got that wide action right there by Kata. Set the screen for JT to come towards the ball instead of like it's the opposite of a flare screen. But then he just turned. Okay, we have a 3-man game, 2-man game, sets the screen right there. Okay. Oh, look at that. Great offense. And Tatum just clanked. Like, what the fuck? Derek White missed open 3. Tatum, a shot we've seen him hit 1,000 times, and we actually get space. And that's the shot that let's go. We go down. Derek White on Joel Embiid. How did that happen? Derek White tried to get the rebound, and they were just 2 first on the floor. Yeah, okay, he really didn't have a choice. Embiid gets on Derek White. We double team him. Quinn Grimes, Jaylen. I would like Jaylen to commit on this, right? Brown does the right thing of going to Quinn Grimes, but he doesn't do anything. He just lets him shoot. Okay. All right. So after this, I have zipper entry, Grimes best defense of. Okay, this is the play, right? So they try to set this screen right here, this pin out for Brown, so he can zipper cut up to the top of the key. Grimes obviously plays great defense on this very like weak pass by Derek White, and the ball gets tipped. Where are his teammates at? Where are his teammates at? Nobody comes to get the ball. Nobody tries to screen. And at this point, if I'm Brown, I just got hounded for hold on. Okay. We got a flare screen by Kata. Derek White's technically open, but at this point, like, bro, I just spent 20 seconds getting hounded. I'm not passing this shit. Like I don't know, man. Nobody showed any interest of wanting to be involved in this play when Jaylen Brown just got hounded for 20 seconds. Like, somebody has to show some urgency, and then Embiid does the Jesus. All right, so coming out of that timeout, 6 minutes left, I have great ATO back screen targeting Maxey. JT bobble pass, miss layup. Okay, so this is what I've been clamoring for. I don't think we have let Maxey and Embiid live in these games, especially Tyrese Maxey, man. Down the stretch, like, we should be targeting him every time. Like, we've seen Jaylen Brown ISO and Paul George and Quinn Grimes. Like, this is what we should be doing. Back screen, Sam Hauser has Tyrese Maxey on him. He sets the back screen for Tatum. We know that Tyrese Maxey does not want to switch this action, right? So he just sits there as VJ Eshcombe gets screened. Now, the screen isn't a great one, but it does get VJ behind Jason Tatum. Great pass by Neemias Queta, but he does bobble the pass, which I guess is why this happened. So he bobbled the pass because he was going to go straight up, and he bobbled the pass, and then that kind of ruined a great design play with nobody backside to contest that lob pass. Then Embiid gets fouled. Next offensive play, I have JB 1-4 flat. Tough ISO miss. Hold on. I might have been sleeping when I saw this shit. Hold on. Dog. This, we can't, dog. No. Like, Jaylen Brown is a great player, but at this point we have no rhythm, and we call 1-4 flat. Kata almost gets the board. Is that not a foul? I guess not. Okay. And B goes down, and he just had his way with all of our centers, but good defense right there. Tatum gets the board. All right, so next thing I have is JT early push, D White open corner 3 miss, Kata offensive rebound, Tatum in and out, draws 2 people, Derek White open in the corner. Hey, he has to hit that shot. He just has to. He has 2 wide open 3s in the corner, can't hit it. And you see his frustration there, but he has to hit that shot. Kata, good offensive rebound, gives us another possession. All right, so Sam Howell sits down. And something I will say, I think this guy deserved more time in this game, especially after the first half. He's had, to be completely fair, he has struggled against Philadelphia as a whole this season, but especially after the game that he had last game, scoring 32 points, and then the first half that he had, scoring 9 points and 6 assists. I don't think he should have got just 10 minutes in the second half and 4 minutes in the fourth quarter for a team that was mightily struggling. I think he brings a little bit more than Sam, especially in this series. Now, a thing that could be true is that maybe once Embiid was like, okay, I'm not shooting any more jumpers, they just go at him like Peyton Pritchard and try to get Embiid switch on him the entire time. So maybe that's true. And Joe just wanted some more size. But I think the same thing is happening to Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser if Embiid gets them switch. So here, okay, so I have PP, NQ, high PNR. A screen, not a bad screen from Kata right there. Pritchard, but Grimes, just his pursuit was incredible. We've seen Peyton Pritchard hit that shot before, but we could have got a better look. 6 seconds on the clock. Yeah, I guess that's the best look we could have got. But all right, we go down. I have next possession. I have JT switch on the Maxey, tries to draw foul, turnover. I hope that's not true, Tatum. I really hope that's not true, big boy. All right, so we got, what's that? Tries to set a screen, just goes through. JB gets the ball. Okay, foul. Okay, so I guess it's the next one. All right, so we have Jason Tatum, sets a screen, gets a switch on Tyrese Maxey. This is what I've been clamoring for. Okay, good pass. And dude, put him in the fucking basket, man. I don't want to see Tyrese Maxey bodying him up. Put him under the, I would rather you get an offensive foul than try to draw a foul, bro. Put him in the basket, man. You try to draw a foul, then you get a delayed game, asking for a foul. That's Tyrese Maxey, dude. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the offense on this play. We got Jason Tatum on Tyrese Maxey one-on-one with a clear driving lane. No help comes. You have to make a play. Simple as that. He has to make a play. I thought that there were times where he didn't get the ball, where he should have been the handler in the action, but that play, that's just on him. That's on him. Then we have JB push, JT drive, NQ open floater miss, JT offensive rebound foul. Okay, another good push after. Oh, that's good. That's good defense by Embiid though. Then we have JT get the ball, he drives, Embiid comes over there. Good job, good pass. He just missed an open floater. Tatum gets rebound, he gets foul. I think Tatum missed both of these free throws, and that's when I knew the game was really over. Because Tatum missing 2 free throws at this point is just not gonna help. And then somebody hit a 3. How did that happen? Tatum against Tyrese Maxey, VJ. Oh, okay, yep, all right. And this is the last one I have. I have JB fouled, and I think we subbed everybody out after that. I believe so. We subbed. Yep, people leaving. JB, yeah, we subbed people out. Okay, so in review, actually, I'll leave it to y'all. How would y'all grade the offensive process? And just any thoughts on the offense in the game? I know this is like a therapy type thing for us losing games, but I want to hear from y'all. What did y'all think about this? But please leave a like, subscribe, and share it in everyone that you can. Just to a little bit more, and I will see you guys next video. This is Nick. Peace.